Have you ever felt spiritually alone? Like maybe everyone around you has a strong, vibrant faith, and yours feels quiet or distant, or like you're the only one struggling. Maybe nobody else in your life seems to get it. I want to sit in that feeling with you today because it's more common than you think. And there's a promise in Scripture made specifically for that moment. I will never leave you nor forsake you. Hebrews 13:5. Hebrews 13:5 ends with 5 words that carries an enormous amount of weight. I will never leave you or forsake you. This isn't a vague spiritual platitude. This is a direct, personal promise from God. And it's worth noticing that it was written to the people who were genuinely struggling. The book of Hebrews was written to believers under pressure, some considering walking away from their faith entirely. The promise wasn't given to people who had it all figured out. It was given to people in the exact kind of isolation you might be feeling right now. Spiritual loneliness is real. It can happen even when you're surrounded by people. It can happen even in a room full of believers. It happens when your inner experience doesn't match what you assume everyone else is experiencing. And you start to feel like an outsider in your own faith. Here's what's important to remember. Feeling distant from God is not the same thing as being distant from God. Feelings are real, but they aren't always accurate measurements of the truth. God's presence isn't dependent on whether you can feel it in a given moment. He said, never leave, not unless you're struggling, not unless your faith feels quiet. Never. That word doesn't have an asterisk. You might feel alone, but the promise underneath the feeling hasn't moved. He's still here. Even in the silence, even in the distance, even when you can't feel it. Here's your challenge. If you're feeling spiritually alone right now, say this out loud, even if it doesn't feel true yet. God said He would never leave me. That's true whether I feel it or not. Then reach out to one person, a friend, a leader, anyone, and tell them honestly that you've been feeling distant. You don't have to carry this feeling alone either. You might feel alone. You're not. He promised. I'm Mia. This is Daylight. Subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow. Drop a comment. Have you ever felt spiritually distant? You're not the only one. See you tomorrow.